Remember to check out Sports Talk online for the latest guest and show information, plus links to the best sports sites on the web. Log on to News8.net. We're back with Tim Donner, co-host of Talkin Baseball, and have the Nationals shocked you?
I wouldn't say they've shocked me, but they've surprised me by how crisp their play has been, how strong their defense has been. Defense and pitching. I mean, if you told me that John Lannon would be ineffective and Jason Marquis would be winless at this point, and the Nationals would be 4 games over 500, I'd say you're crazy, because Lannon and Marquis were supposed to be the top of the rotation pitchers. But Livan Hernandez, the guy has pitched out of his mind, and shows you the beauties of weight loss.
It's the name of the game at this level is get it over.
Now, Roger Bernardino, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Where did that, I mean, the first home run he hit in that game against the Mets yesterday was down the line.
Yeah.
Okay, you could say maybe a cheap home run. But that second home run, that was a blast.
Yeah, that's Dunkin' Donuts.
I mean, that was 450 feet.
You don't know nothing about that town, do you?
Just a couple things. Just a couple things.
All right. Perfect game.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Dallas Braden. I can't think
How tough it is to not walk in.
Well, it's only happened 19 times in Major League history. So it's always been, to me, that there's always been that back and forth between whether there have been more unassisted triple plays or perfect games. And here's the last out. You know, he had a 3-1 count on that pitch. He was 1 pitch away from losing a perfect game, but I can't think of anybody more unlikely. There's a few guys, sure, but he had to be on the list of people you would never be a candidate to pitch even a no-hitter, not to mention a perfect game. But the fact that it comes right after that whole drama with A-Rod, I mean, what are the chances of that? You know, where A-Rod crossed over the mound and I love how about, you know, right after this scene here where he hugs with his grandmother. I mean, that was quite a scene that she was on hand at the ballpark and then she had some pointed comments for A-Rod, didn't she?
What did she say?
She said that he could stick it.
Where the sun don't shine?
Yeah, well, she didn't use the second part. But I don't think she needed, that's one of those ellipse things. Stick it, you know, and now she later backtracked, but I think she made her point.
Well, she don't play no more. Well, I say no more. She don't have to say nothing. We got some final thoughts from Tim in just a moment. Let's look back in the archives. Let's go back to this date, 2005. Tiger Woods finished 1 over and missed the cut at the Byron Nelson Championship. Just the second time Woods had missed the cut in his pro career at that time. Woods has missed the cut just 6 times in 241 career tournaments, and that ain't bad. Javier Vasquez is the answer to our Verizon Sports Talk Stumper. Back with our Major League analyst, Tim Donner, of Talkin Baseball. Binoculars, binos, looking at signals.
Yeah, well, the Phillies were accused of that. Phillies were accused, their bullpen coach was caught using binoculars in a game in Colorado. This was the game. The bullpen coach, okay, there you go, all right? They're looking in, and he said, well, I was just looking at our catcher to see his signs. Of course, the little problem with that was that his team was at bat when he put the binoculars up. Now, Charlie Manuel denied it, but here's the point. What if he was doing it? Glenn, last time I looked, there's nothing in the rule book preventing you from stealing signs. So is stealing signs, is that cheating or is that gamesmanship?
Well, I think it's gamesmanship because, you know, I used to do it. I'm a catcher, but what I would do is I would just quick look the catchers. Like sometime I would do that. And you know what? At my level, of course. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of the greatest sign stealers I ever played against around here in this town, he's not even here anymore, a guy named Jimmy Jenkins, one of the smartest baseball players I ever played with or against in my life. He could he would give you this, and he'd look this way. That if he was on second base, you had to be a math teacher because you had to go like this because you knew Jenkins was going to steal your signals.
Right.
He was sharp.
Right. So you have to.
Oh, you had to rotate.
You have to
do
rotate
everything.
the signal. But the difference between stealing signs and, say, using grease on the ball is that using grease is specifically prohibited.
Right.
Stealing signs is not.
No. I mean, but I've caught a lot of guys who are sharp. Pat McCarthy pitched at St. John's High School back in the day. He was so smart. You'd have to go to class because he wants you up here and down subtract. And I'm like, gosh, man.
Didn't know you had to be an academic to be a catcher.
No, but I mean, he was just.
But catchers are the smartest guys in the game anyway.
Well, that's right.
They all wind up being managers. There's a highest percentage of managers or catchers.
Talk show guys. Tim McCarver.
That's right.
Joe Garagiola.
That's true.
Okay, so
that's true. And some others.
We're like point guards, right.
And point guards, right. That's true.
We're point guards of baseball, that's for sure. Where are we going in the All-Star break? I know it's early, national in the All-Star break. What do you think about the Arizona situation?
Well, I mean, I think that they're going to try and ride it out because I think that they're not going to move the All-Star game. I think don't think so. I don't think they're going to bow to that pressure. I think Bud Selig's going to try and ride it out and let the subject get changed, and it will get changed. In a political year, I mean, a week is like a year. It is.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything will happen.
Right. Tim, good to see you, man. You haven't been here in a couple of months because you've been away, traveling, doing some baseball scenery.
I'm here now.
Okay. We'll talk again, man. Okay. All the guys on the crew, let me see. Vince, Terry, Jeff, Rick, Pat, Ricky, Reggie, all of y'all, man. Good. Chris back there, thanks for joining us. For Tim Donner, all my buddies, man. Go in friendship. See y'all tomorrow, okay?
Here's a fastball that was up and in, came back and just caught the corner of the plate. They say if you can throw your breaking stuff over 3 and 2, you can pitch in the big leagues. You can pitch in the big leagues.
Michael Aubrey